Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a journal with me process, but first I have a quick unboxing for you. This month I have collaborated with Lollipop Box Club and created a collage sheet filled with my vintage linens. Lisa, the owner, kindly sent me a kit so I could use them in my journal. If you are not familiar with Lollipop Box Club, it's a box filled with crafty goodies for all of your creative projects. Whether you like to scrapbook, journal or do memory keeping, or if you like to make happy mail, you will find that you'll be able to use every single little piece in this kit. I was a subscriber for many years before I became part of the creative and design team, which I had to give up so I could spend more time on my Etsy shop. But I feel so honoured to be asked by Lisa if I would like to collaborate and create something for this kit. You are able to buy a one-off kit or you can sign up for a subscription. Each month has a different theme and different goodies inside, and I will make sure to leave all of the information in the description box for you. And this is the collage sheet that I created for the kit. You can find these vintage linens in my Etsy shop, chapter 8, and again I'll leave the info below for you. Now onto the journal with me process part of the video. I did say in my last one that I probably wouldn't be in this journal anymore as it's getting super chunky, but with being on holiday this month and having a couple of deadlines to meet, I just couldn't finish the journal, film a flip through of it and film a flip through of my new one in time for the deadlines. So here I'm just showing you the ephemera that I have to put into my journal. So I have a birthday card and some perfume samples. I also have some gift wrap and I also have a ton of photos. Now I will apologise if I sound a little bunged up, I am really suffering with hay fever. So here you can see that I've chosen the page I want to work on in my journal and I'm just having a play around with the photos and some of the pieces from the kit and figuring out how I want the page to look. The photos that I have in this journaling session are from my birthday in August of 2020 and my parents came over for an afternoon tea, so they are the photos that I'm going to be documenting today. So the kit and the doilies I thought would work really well for this page. So I've trimmed down some of the photos. These photos are of the food that we ate for the afternoon tea, and I'm actually putting them in this project life sleeve. It's split up into 4 sections and I really like how this looks. So we had lots of different sandwiches and a selection of cakes, and my husband also made some scones. I'm thinking of using that envelope or little paper bag that came in the Lollipop Box Club kit to hold some extra photos. And I'm going to be using double-sided tape on the back of it just to adhere it down onto the page. And I decide to staple the photo of myself on the back of that project life sleeve. I don't feel like I need that photo of me on show. It's not a very good one, but I like to have a photo taken on my birthday, and that happened to be it. And here you can see I'm using my ruler to tear down this craft page that's in my journal. I didn't feel like I needed it, and as my journal's getting super chunky, I decided to take it out. And the 3 washi tapes that I showed you were ones I got on my birthday, and I chose this green floral one to hold that craft paper page down in place. And here's a little picture of my birthday cake. I did trim the photo down, and I've used double-sided tape on the back of it. And I've just slipped a couple of photos into that paper bag envelope. They're just pictures of some of the gifts I got for my birthday. And now I'm trimming down my collage sheet of vintage linens or doilies. I want to try and use as many as I can because I love using the bigger sizes in my journal, and these ones have been printed A5 size, so they are super tiny. So you can find the full size versions of these printables in my Etsy shop, and I will leave the information down in the description box for you. I currently have 3 packs available. And I love how you can use these. I think in this journaling session I end up using about 4, and I think with most of them I add journaling on top of. So I wanted to add a little bit of writing here, and I decided to back the vintage linen underneath the photo. And I'm going to be adding just a tiny bit of double-sided tape to do that. You could probably get away with using a glue stick, but because I'm backing it onto a photo, I wanted to use double-sided tape. And I can still lift it up if I wanted to include anything else underneath that photo and that vintage linen. And now I've decided that I'm happy with it, I'm just going to be stapling it down onto the page, and I'm using my Tim Holtz tiny attacher to do that. And now it acts as a little flip out page. And I have this photo here of my parents sitting at our dining room table, and I'm just figuring out where I like it. I love using vintage linens on my journal pages, and there are so many ways that you can use them. You can use them as a journaling spot, as a photo mat or a photo frame. You can use them as a background on a page. You can create a tuck spot or pocket with them. There are so many different ways in which you can use them. So moving on to the next page, I've taken this heart doily that was in the kit, and I'm just going to use my glue stick to adhere that down onto the page. It fitted absolutely perfectly on the flap of that envelope, and I just think it adds a really nice touch. Some of my gifts this year were wrapped in some pretty gift wrap. This one is a handmade paper gift wrap. So I decided to keep a little piece of them in my journal, so I'm just trimming them down so they fit on this vintage book page. And here I was just deciding which bit I wanted to cut up because it's all very different and I only had a small space for it. So I decided to include the little pink bird and a little bit of the flower. So I'm just trimming them all down, and as you can see I'm doing it by hand. I'm not using my paper trimmer, and they weren't cut very straight, but that's totally fine by me. And I'm just using my glue stick to attach them onto the page. And now I'm trying to decide which doilies I want where, and I decide to decorate this paper bag envelope with one of them. I think Lisa used this one as a tuck spot in her video. Lisa does have a YouTube channel and an Instagram page, so I will make sure to link all her information below for you. this is a piece of A5 paper from the kit, and I decided to cut out afternoon tea. And I really liked how it looked in the middle of that Project Life sleeve. And this paper also came in the Lollipop Box Club kit, and I'm actually going to be doing some journaling on that later and including it in the envelope. And here you can see me with a tag. This was also from the kit, and I desperately tried to work in all of the spaces that I had left. I just couldn't get it to fit anywhere, and so in the end I decided not to include it. And here you can see I've done my journaling off camera. So I've written on the note paper that I'm adding into the greeting card, and I've written on all of the spaces I've left for myself. So on top of the vintage linens and on the vintage book page. And I've taken some die cuts from the kit, and I just wanted to fill in that little gap. So I chose this little bow. And now I'm coming in with some stickers. These stickers are actually created by Mrs. Brimbles for the Lollipop Box Club kit. So I think I end up using about 4 of these, some heart stickers and some word stickers. And these are the finished pages. I'm so happy with how they turned out. I managed to use 4 of the 6 vintage linens on my pages, and I still have lots of bits and pieces from the kit that I can use on future pages and projects. As I mentioned earlier, I will leave all the links below for you, but if you do have any questions, please leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.